Hello and welcome to Red Cord Twin Flame Central, and those of you who are my subscribers, thank you very much for your likes and your comments and for sharing. And those of you who are checking this out for the first time, I do hope that you will enjoy and benefit from my video, as well as find something of that resonates with you, because if you're on my channel, I'm sure there's a vibrational match and that something will resonate. Maybe you'll get some insight. So if you do, please like, share, comment, and do subscribe. It's a new channel, so your support is very, very appreciated. Today I'm answering a few questions that have been coming to me from various sources and from my clients and from my students and different places, and some of them were really interesting. So I thought I'm going to kind of make a compilation and very briefly answer, and if there's an interest in a particular question, then maybe I could make a separate video covering just that. And I might make this in one video, or I might have to kind of make it in parts depending on how the information is coming. So the first one I'm going to start with is a very interesting question one of my clients had sent me, and it is that when he met his twin, just before meeting him, someone she was very close to died, and that too by committing suicide. And there are several others, including me. For example, when I met my twin, one of his cousins committed suicide around that time, and he went through a lot of pain. So the question was, why does this happen? Or is this is not something that everyone goes through, for sure. Not all twins will experience this, but there are few who do experience a kind of sudden loss and emotional pain or trauma and some form of death. If you know the tarot deck, the death card does not always implicate a physical death, which it could, but usually it means that there is something that is changing. The end of something, the death of something, is what leads to the rebirthing or a new cycle starting. But for twins, the reason why life-altering changes, or even someone very close to them dying under mysterious circumstances, or where the loss is felt very heavily, is for the reason that it cracks the heart open. These are generally people who have very walled and guarded hearts, and they are not allowing certain frequencies or the light or love, or it is so that your heart is literally cracked open. And so this is a phenomena which I have seen. I'm answering only one part of his question. The other part is not relevant over here, so I'm going to skip that and answer that to him personally, one-on-one. Then there's a lot of talk about unconditional love, which then kind of also gets misinterpreted. And people seem to either assume that unconditional love means that no matter whether the other person is reciprocating or not, or is giving anything back to you or not, or ill-treating you, you still continue being a kind of doormat and be a martyr and just keep giving and giving and giving. No, that's not unconditional love at all. And the way I would put it, and this is my personal definition or understanding, and take it if it resonates with you. It might vary, and I always say that different teachers have their own way of explaining things is because depending on your frequency bandwidth, what your lessons are going to be, you have a teacher who will resonate with you and show you the path. So well, if this resonates with you, I'm very glad, but it just might not. But please don't go around leaving nasty comments, and thankfully till now nobody's left a nasty comment on my channel, but I have heard that people can be really mean on YouTube, so cancel that. So unconditional love, from my understanding, is giving from a place of joy, and only that much which you can give in joy without expecting, or being okay even if you do not get something in return for it. So if you're okay texting someone every day and really don't get affected or upset or angry or sad or start questioning your self-worth, if they don't reciprocate, you can please go ahead, because you're not expecting anything, and it's fine. But others would start feeling low, and they would start wondering, and they would stalking is never good, so please don't do stalking. Don't stalk anyone, and don't harass them if they've told you not to text them or something. But what I'm trying to say, you do it from a place of your inner joy. The act of giving anything, be it emotion, be it a gift, be it making an effort, has to come from a place of your inner joy. You want to do it, you want to the fact that doing it is reward enough. Yeah, so then you don't end up feeling used and that I'm only the giver and all that. That is how I would simply put unconditional love for the beginners, to start understanding. There's much more that goes into it, of course. I'm not saying, that's why I said I'm giving very brief one line definitions to certain concepts, to just help get a very logical and a very emotional understanding at the same time to certain concepts which otherwise are sometimes sound like dichotomy. Coming to dichotomy, one of the question was that a lot of things, a lot of instructions seem to be contradictory, and one says manifest what you desire, and the other says surrender, or don't put a limit to, or put yourself in a box and limit what the universe wants to give. So I'm confused, and that's such a wonderful question, because you are looking at the dichotomy because you're trying to come to an understanding again from the polarity of the 3D understanding. So when we're talking specifically about manifestation, of course you should ask for what you desire, but not be very stuck up or very pointed. Be very precise that this is the only way that this is acceptable to me, or this is the only thing. So like I said to a friend of mine recently on the twin flame path, that is it the person you want or the relationship, right? So if it is a love relationship you're looking for, I'm not talking vis-a-vis the twin flames, I'm just giving an example for manifestation. Maybe this is a wrong example for twin flames and I should change it. I'm going to continue this in part 2, so please continue watching. I'm going to answer this.